Welcome back everyone, and welcome back to some more F1 2021 My Team Career Mode Season 3. We're heading on into the Canadian Grand Prix after a few stunning starts to the season. If you guys haven't caught up yet, make sure to check the link down in the description. I'm going to put a link to a playlist of all the F1 2021 My Team videos there, so you'll be able to see all the videos from Season 1 Episode 1 up until now. So please be sure to check that out. Now that you've gone to check those out, if you haven't been on terms with the series yet, we're heading into the Canadian Grand Prix as I mentioned early on, and it's going to be a stunner because we've had some stunning races so far. We are quite competitive in the SU Elite racing car, so hopefully we can keep pushing on. Let's see what happens in Canada. Before we continue though, make sure you're subscribed down below, hit that red subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when the next video goes live. F1 2021 content will continue on the channel as well as other gaming videos, so please be sure to stick around. Thank you guys for stopping by today. Thank you for subscribing, and let's move on to the video. We have sponsorship renewals, and I think if we manage sponsors real quick, we're gonna do PSD one more time. It's 4 interview questions in a race weekend, which is easy money. We'll put them on. Now let's take a look at the R&D progress of our car. We're currently 4th on the performance chart here. Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren ahead of us. Ferrari are behind us, and we are in a tight-knit race between Ferrari and ourselves. So let's see if we can improve our car a little bit more. Aerodynamics and powertrain are at maximum, so the only places we can really invest in our durability as well as chassis. So let's see if there's anything worthwhile. We do have 3,400 or so in the bank. Fingers crossed that our car doesn't break down anytime soon. We're gonna go for the front nose cone structure upgrade, and hopefully we can get that. Let's just get it normal. I don't want to risk losing it anymore. So that'll come before Silverstone. Do we have enough for one more? No, we do not. We're just under the costs for other upgrades. It is time for the Canadian Grand Prix. We're now at race weekend, but I just wanted to take a quick look at our teammate. Nico Rosberg is now worth 8 mil, so we need to earn another million. Hopefully we can get that this race, and we need to keep that money safe for some time because driver contract renewals come in 40 days time. Driver market is quite pricey now that our money or our finance influx has been altered somewhat. I wanted to sign Kimi Räikkönen, but he is way too expensive. 14 mil, 13.5 mil for him, and we only have 7 mil in the bank. So I think if we are lucky, we're going to get Rosberg again for another season. If not, we'll have to resort to Button or Massa or Coulthard. Oh no, Coulthard's way too expensive. Yeah, but Jenson Button or Felipe Massa might come in, or we might sign our former teammate again, or any of the F2 prospects. So let me know in the comment section down below who you would like to see in our car at some point in the near future. But anyway, it is time for the Canadian Grand Prix at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered it, but we're moving on into Canada. Let's see how well we can do on this race weekend. Time for qualifying here in the Canadian Grand Prix. So always on the circuit, the last chicane before the start finish straight is a tricky one. Hopefully we can get it right throughout the qualifying and race itself. We do have wet weather forecasted during the qualifying and race period, so I think it's going to be a wet and dry mix strategy. So hopefully we can get a good race in today. Hopefully another driver of the day performance like the previous Grand Prix. We do get a money bonus for it this time around, so hopefully we keep it up. So anyway, FP1, FP2, FP3 were straightforward again. Track acclimatization, race strategy, as well as tire management. I missed one development boost, which is the keep the tires under a certain temperature. I just couldn't be bothered to do it, so we just left that one out. But overall, it was a difficult practice program. Track acclimatization, as always, was simple. We were quite competitive on the hards. We were ahead of our teammate, I believe, on the hard compound tire, and then it started raining a bit, so it became a problematic situation. Although I did skip the wet session, so we were able to, really optimize our dry runs. Yeah, because it rained in the end of FP1, I couldn't improve on my hard compound tire lap. So we ended up with like P14, I think P13 in FP1. And then FP2, I went out again and did the practice programs, the tire management. Did I do that then? Yeah, no. We tried the race strategy and I couldn't find the time. And ended up crashing the car. We had a very bad crash there. And then that resulted us with an early retirement and setting only one lap. P14 again, I believe, so we were pretty much in the mid-table range, although our car is like the third fastest, the fourth fastest on the grid, so hopefully we can really start pushing ahead and getting some good positions during qualifying. Last session was when I finished it off. Tire management, did it very easily, and then also race strategy, which I finally managed to get a decent enough time to be competitive against our rivals. So hopefully this will show itself during the race itself and the qualifying session, as I keep repeating. Nico Rosberg getting us pretty much his standard rate of resource points and development boosts. We got most of our development boosts, so hopefully we have some cheaper options available to us next video. So that is all from the practice session. We're going in to the qualifying session here, and it seems like there's going to be rain, but it's also going to be a dry stint. Now the question is, it's going to be park firm regulations. Don't know if the race itself is going to be all wet or if it's going to be dry as well. We'll have to see. We're gonna risk it. We put on a wet setup. Hopefully we can have a good race. So let's quickly go out and set a lap before the rain sets in. Alright, first lap on the wet setup. How fast are we? We're P16. We're threshold territory. Alright, 3 tenths improved, 3.5 tenths improved. We're still P16, but with a more competitive lap time. So we're going back into the garage. The rain protected us. It started raining as soon as we came back into the pits. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap, of course. Nico Rosberg in P8, and I think we should be through in P16. Russell, Latifi, Stroll, Aitken, Mazepin, and Raikkonen get knocked out. So let's see what we can do in Q2. Alright, 5 tenths improved. 6 tenths improved. Great exit out of there. P10. Alright, this is interesting. We need to go out one more time. Hopefully we have enough. Luckily for us, we are through with a 1:15.243. We were 3,000 slower than Nico Rosberg. Verstappen in the lead in Q2. Gasly, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Schumacher, and Schwartzman get knocked out. So we're moving on to the final round of qualifying. Let's see what happens. Alright, 7 tenths improved, 8 tenths improved. Let's see. Is that anywhere near? We just overtook Rosberg. Not good enough to see us higher than that. We got DRS. Oh boy. Let's see how much higher we go. I got unlucky. People were out on softs. Wow, I was on mediums. Well, that puts us P9 just ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. But yeah, P9, P5 for Rosberg should be a good day for Su Elite Racing. So let's head into the race.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. It's a tricky circuit to tackle in wet conditions, with top speed still of critical importance down the long back straight. There are 2.7 miles and 14 corners overall on a circuit that in the dry can see average lap speeds of around 130 miles per hour. We'll be lucky to get anywhere near that today. Anthony Davidson is alongside me today, nice and dry up here in the commentary box. But how are you, Ant? Looking forward to the race?
I'm very well, thank you, Crofty. Forgot my umbrella on the way up to the box, so I'm a little bit soggy, but I'll dry out soon enough. It's going to be an interesting race in this weather. Obviously your strategy changes completely once it starts raining, as overtaking is a lot easier in the wet. The focus moves away from pure aerodynamic efficiency and tyre management, and of course the driver themselves can always make more of a difference in these conditions than in the dry.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Nico Rosberg, and Sainz, Perez, Bottas, Ace, and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Tsunoda, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Schwartzman, George Russell, and Nicholas Latifi, Stroll, Aitken, Mazepin, and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Indeed, we'll try for another top 10 finish, and good morning to everyone. I just woke up and it's a new day. I spent some time off after recording the qualifying session and still haven't finished my morning coffee, but hopefully we can have a good race. Let's take a look at this race strategy. We are going for the most part on intermediates. We will adjust accordingly depending on the wear on the tires. Minimum fuel, there's nothing else we can really touch on, so let's get racing. In Canada, P9 starting position, which is decent. 5 red lights, and away we go in Canada. It's a rainy day, so let's hope for a good race. We know the AI can be a little problematic in this rain. Oh, decent start. We're up to P7. Oh, move on Leclerc, early doors. Let's push. He's going on the inside. Block it off. Someone's run off. I think it might be Norris or Ricciardo with Verstappen probably. Oh, yellow flag. I think it's just because everyone's going slow on that hairpin. Alright, let's push on Perez, please. Get me closer to him. Oh god. This chicane's the worst. Yep, exceeding track limits. I knew that would happen. Cars are just in a train here, so I don't know how we're gonna overtake. Gotta try and get close to Perez. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh boy. Can we get a move done on Perez? Oh, yes we can. Yeah, finally. Lap 7 and we made the move. I think I'm gonna risk it with my teammate. It's time for wet tires.
Nico is just peeling off into the pits now.
Yep.
He's in the pits.
Well, I'm gonna double stack with him, mate. Whoa, that McLaren team is on like Red Bulls or something. Let's wait. Come on, get us a good release. It seems like Rosberg got like a 1.9. 4.2, that's fine. Oh, I just merged in with the Alpine here. Screw that. We only get a warning anyway, so I'm gonna do it. Sorry, buddy. Alright, P10. Weather report.
The rain is getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Full wets seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Oh, exceeding track limits warning there. Ricciardo and Latifi fighting it out as they enter the hairpin.
Okay, clear.
Oh, it seems like there's a Red Bull retiring. I think it might be Perez. Yep, Perez is out now. Is that a safety car? No, it's not. Of course, we used up all our safety cars in Azerbaijan and Monaco. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo just went into the pits. Don't know for what reason. Weather report.
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. Inters and wets will probably have similar pace at the moment.
Ah, they're getting intermediate tires. Box this lap.
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
Okay.
We can take you this lap.
Weather's gonna be a little tricky.
Nico has come into
Ah,
the pits.
perfectly
He's in the rain
timed.
now.
What a move into the pits. We're going on used inters. Yep, used inters. We'll see. I think the pit crew should be ready right behind it. Alright, let's go, boys. Give me like a 3-second pit stop. 4 seconds.
Complete, go
Okay.
now.
That's fine, that's fine. Very slow pit stops are fine, because we will still be competitive. Okay, Giovinazzi is right in front of us. We are getting slipstream off of him. Maybe we can slingshot past him. Ooh, can we get a move done? Not yet. Maybe here. Oh. Nope. I think I got Giovinazzi here. ERS pouring through the engine. Let's get it. Got him. Time for Leclerc and Ricciardo ahead. Weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
We will have a dry stint towards the end. 5 minutes or so remaining of this rain. Hopefully we can keep the pace. I think the most crucial bit is going to be the pit stop. The next part of the strategy is going to be very crucial in securing important points for us. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Sector 1. Nikita Mazepin's out. Alright. Let's see. No safety car. Of course not. Because we used up all our safety cars. Whoa, fastest lap.
Good
Didn't
job.
expect that.
Was the fastest lap of the race so far.
I'm getting more grip too, which is good. Oh, another fastest
Great
lap.
work.
Hello.
That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I didn't expect that either. But we are getting fastest lap left, right, and center, so these Inters are really becoming the best tire on the circuit right now. Weather report. Weather report.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Not sure whether dries or inters are faster.
Okay.
We're right on the crossover.
So that means one more lap and then we should be on for soft compound tires. Or mediums. Because the Inters are still feeling alright. We're catching Leclerc as well, so hopefully we can keep pushing. Oh, another fastest lap.
The track is drying. Let us know when it's time for slicks. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Okay,
Check your MFD
DRS is
braking
enabled.
Strategy option. Our gap to the car in front is 4.1 seconds.
It's time for dries.
Confirmed.
Alright, we're going on to dries. I think we got a box. I think we got a double stack here again. But
Nico is just
instead of
coming off
mediums,
the
we're
pits
going on
now.
to new
He's in the
softs.
pits.
There we go. We're going in. for soft compound tire this time. Let's hope for a good pit stop. Juice up on some caffeine here as we reach the final stages of the race. Come on, boys. Let's go, let's go.
Go, go, go.
Come on. Jesus. Slow release. My bad. Alright, we are P7.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
I should be a lot faster than Leclerc. He's on mediums, I'm on softs. Plus, if the track is a little bit wet, I should have more grip than him. Oh god, everyone else is a lot faster than I am because I think they have dry setups on. So that was my benefit during the wet stint. I had a wet setup, and I still do. So yeah, things are not looking good for us. We may get overtaken by Bottas as well here. Let's hope for good, clean racing. Come on. Ah, Bottas is catching rapidly, mate.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
Nice. That was a move and a half. Everyone's flying around this circuit. Leclerc is 10 seconds ahead. What? How? Unbelievable. I don't know where all my pace went. I think it's the setup issue.
Our gap to the car in front is 14.8 seconds.
Alright, it's gonna be a final lap showdown between myself and Sainz. Sainz is just behind me by less than a second, meaning he has DRS. Alright, final lap showdown with Sainz.
This is your final lap of the race.
He dives it in. Whoa! What's he doing? He's gone. Sainz is gone. Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix. Oh man, that was one heck of a race. The wet stint was the opportunity to overtake a bunch of them, but I couldn't overtake a lot of these drivers. I think our car was a little too slow compared to the AI. The AI did well to maintain their pace, despite being on, what do I say it, dry setups, and I'm on the wet, hence why Gasly is... Okay, sure, we'll take it. We'll still take P7. Decent Grand Prix. Decent.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Well, it's two McLarens and a Red Bull on the podium today. Hoped for a podium, but sadly Rosberg lost a bunch of positions, and I also couldn't find the pace during the wet weather stint, and then lost a lot of time during the dry, so it's a decent result overall. The result of the Canadian Grand Prix as follows: Max Verstappen, Norris, and Ricciardo on the podium. Lewis Hamilton, Leclerc, Rosberg, myself, Gasly, Bottas, and Sainz in the points positions. Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Ocon, Schumacher, Russell, Schwartzman, Latifi, Stroll, Aitken, Raikkonen rounding out the finishers, with Mazepin and Perez not finishing the race today. Now let's take a look at the standings, because things will start shifting a bit. Rosberg has fallen slightly, in level terms actually, with Lando Norris, 48 points each. 1 point ahead is myself, and then another 7 ahead is Charles Leclerc. And then in the constructors, we're still strong in second with 97 points. Decent points made today, 38 point gap to Red Bull. Ferrari are behind by 16 points, excuse me. So it's still quite tight up here, but we are getting some breathing space pace in front and behind us. So we'll see if we can keep this up by the end of the season. And there we go. That is the Canadian Grand Prix. Very difficult starting position with the rain. Very difficult to start in the rain, to be honest, because you have a lack of traction. But we made good gains in the early stages of the race. Had to make sure I didn't crash the car, because that's the biggest problem in the wets. The AI struggles with grip as well, so I was hoping that they would not crash into me, and thankfully we were able to survive the early stages of the race. Rosberg did well to survive in P3 for like, I don't know, 50 laps, like 15-20 laps or so. So that is quite impressive from him, and it quite shows that Rosberg is a force to be reckoned with on the grid. So it's a good teammate to have with us. He is actually providing us with some support, holding back a couple cars here, like the Mercedes and the Red Bulls early on, and then us trying to catch them. I just couldn't find the pace. I think my setup is too, on the safe side with the wet weather. I couldn't find the pace to get ahead of cars. Even using ERS, I couldn't get ahead. So really, we were, stuck in the middle of the field. The dry stint wasn't any better either, because wet setups are always slower, because they are a lot more aerodynamic-wise, downforce oriented. So yeah, it is what it is. It was a good race. I think France is next, so we'll take our positives from this race and try to push on in France. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, use the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well, so you're notified when the next video goes live. F1 2021 content will continue on this channel, so please be sure to join the community that we have here, as well as subscribing to the channel to show your support. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay safe, please stay healthy, and until the next video of mine, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.
So what, you're just you.